morning everyone. Today we are here to discuss on the very important topic, the supremacy between the two, the parliament or the judiciary. Indian democracy works on three organs. Three organs are there to help the Indian democracy to work: the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. The legislative, that is the parliament, it makes the laws. The executive enforce the laws, and the judiciary interpret the laws, whether it is right or it is wrong. Indian works on the concept of rule of law, making the law the supreme authority, and law is made by the parliament. In Britain, they do not have a written constitution. The parliament is supreme, the parliament is sovereign. It makes the laws, it makes the constitution. Whereas in India, the constitution is the supreme authority. All the organs of the Indian. Similarly, in USA, the judiciary is supreme. It has the supreme authority to disregard any law, any right, making it the supreme authority. So the question arises in India, what is supreme, the parliament or the judiciary? Is the parliament sovereign? Is the judiciary supreme? What is the case? The scenario in India is quite different. In India, the constitution gives the power to the parliament and the judiciary. The parliament can make the laws, but the Supreme Court has to see to it if it's right or it's wrong. If any of the law made by the parliament is not in consonance with the constitution, if it infringes the basic structure of the constitution, the Supreme Court, the judiciary, has the authority to struck it down, making it unconstitutional and null and void. So this little bit of power, a supreme authority given to the Supreme Court to make any law unconstitutional made by the parliament, has caused a tug of war, a tussle, a thirst of power between the two supreme organs of a country. Parliament makes the law, Supreme Court strucks it down. Parliament again makes the law, Supreme Court again strucks it down. So this is a cycle of events which keeps on going. Like it happened when the Parliament brought the 99th Amendment Act. In the 99th Amendment Act, the Parliament constituted NJAC, National Judicial Appointments Commission, to appoint the judges. But if the Parliament has the right to appoint the judges, would not the judiciary be influenced by the politicians? Would the judiciary be able to work to the democracy of the country? The judiciary did not want the interference of the parliament in their working. So, the judiciary struck down the 99th Amendment Act, making it unconstitutional and restoring the powers back to the judiciary in the appointment of the judges. Our constitution gives the power to the parliament and the judiciary to guard the democracy, to take care of the democracy. So none of these should exceed their limits, and they should work to the betterment of our democracy. Ultimate decision maker in our country is the Supreme Court. Theoretically, we can say that the power of the Supreme Court is unlimited one. Anyone can approach the court if there is a variation in the fundamental rights, and it can restore the fundamental rights of any individual. The power given to the Supreme Court is a special one. It has one of the powers called the judicial review, where it has the authority to review any of the laws, and also it can make it unconstitutional. One of the interesting facts between the parliament and the judiciary is that in the parliamentary proceedings, the conduct of the Supreme Court judges cannot be discussed. But at the same time, the parliament has the authority to impeach any of the Supreme Court judges, and these proceedings cannot be questioned in the court of law. One of the other interesting facts between the two is that the elections of the president can be questioned in the Supreme Court. The power of the Supreme Court to decide in the election of the president is the ultimate one, it's the final one. It is the prerogative of the parliament to amend the constitution, to make the laws, and the judiciary has to decide if the basic structure of the constitution is transgressed or not. It can hold any of the law unconstitutional through the power to the judicial review. So that's what I have to say about it. In my theory, the judiciary has 1% or 2% more power than the parliament. What are your opinion? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching.